John Thomson will reprise the role of Jesse Chadwick in Coronation Street, in the wake of Bethany Platt's ordeal over in Turkey, which left her fate hanging in the balance. The budding journalist portrayed by Lucy Fallon succumbed to the pressures of beauty norms when she jetted off to Turkey for a PR job. After a dodgy liposuction, Bethany contracted sepsis and was fitted with a permanent stoma. But when Jesse Chadwick returns to Weatherfield in upcoming scenes, word on the street is that he'd kept in touch with Gail Platt, played by Helen Worth, all along, making the decision to pay the Platt family a visit to support them while Bethany recovers. Actor John Thomson was first introduced as the electrician and children's entertainer in December 2008, before becoming a regular character in 2009 and dating Corrie veteran Eileen Grimshaw, played by Sue Cleaver, who will most likely have a lot to say about him cozying up to her arch-nemesis Gail. It all begins when Eileen herself returns to the cobbles from Thailand, when she bumps into her ex-boyfriend Jesse. She's stunned to find out that he came back with the intention of seeing Gail, but more surprises have been lined up. Later on, Gail and Jesse reveal they'd met each other when she was traveling years ago, and the pair had kept in contact ever since. This meant that a concerned Jesse embarked on a trip back to Weatherfield. The minute had heard about Bethany's cosmetic surgery ordeal in Turkey. But with his sudden return come many suspicions about his true motives, while Gail is happy to have her traveling buddy by her side. Could tensions also be sparked with Eileen once again? And will he be the reason Gail eventually leaves Coronation Street after actress Helen Worth quit the ITV soap? John Thomson claims his Coronation Street comeback after 14 years has been a real whirlwind. The Cold Feet star is returning as Jesse Chadwick, a way of providing Helen Worth with an exit storyline for her character Gail Rodwell, who is departing the cobbles after 50 years. And John, 55, said of his first few days back on the show, "I was a bit shell-shocked because I'd forgotten the speed of the turnaround, so it was an absolute baptism of fire. But everyone has made me feel so welcome. I just feel secure and proper looked after. Helen and I are absolutely thrilled to be working together, and everyone is good company. It was a bit like a crank handle starting a car after all these years, but the laughs have got us through." The actor accepted the role after Sean Wilson, who previously played Gail's husband Martin Platt, left the set after just a couple of days. John said Ben Price, who plays Nick Tilsley, had teased him about not being able to keep up with the pace. He revealed, "Ben said to me, 'You do know we're all always word perfect, don't you?' And I thought, oh no, but thank God he was winding me up. My ability to learn lines at speed is getting better and better again, so it's not as daunting as it was." Children's entertainer Jesse was last seen on the cobbles in 2010, when he cheated on Eileen Grimshaw with her sister and the pair of them chased him out of town. Now he seems to be romantically interested in Gail, who he met up with while traveling in Thailand. While she is pleased to see him, her family are much less so, as is the gobsmacked Eileen, who is the first person he sees after getting out of his taxi. John said, when Jesse left he'd been spreading his bets over two sisters, which is slightly morally bankrupt to say the least. He's very remorseful for that behavior, so for him to think that Eileen would even contemplate having him back is not on his radar. The actor, who will be back on Corrie from October 9th, said he was really happy to get the call and is glad Jesse has ditched his cowboy style. He added, "He's smartened himself up a bit now. His look has changed and I've got rid of those boots that really hurt me, so that's a relief." He then claimed, he always had a bit of a cowboy, country and western type look. His name is Jesse James Chadwick. But he's smartened himself up a bit now, his look has changed and I've got rid of those boots that really hurt me, so that's a relief. He's still got a great sense of humor though, and there's some nice comedy to be played. It's a joy to be given stuff that's sometimes dramatic and sometimes humorous. It's really nice to get to play both sides. And when he was asked about his alter ego's motives, John was coy as he replied, "He met Gail in Thailand, He's heard about Bethany and he's very worried. So on his travels he's returned via Weatherfield to check on Gail, because they've stayed in touch via email. He's heard all about Bethany and he's very concerned for Gail. Will there be more to it? Recent reports have alleged that John Thomson was brought back to the Manchester-based programme in time for Helen Worth's exit, following Sean Wilson's sax from the show. The Gail Platt star will be bowing out of the series after 50 years.